Tip number 240 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. This is price shock. This is in the Selling the Job chapter. Now this is a biggie, and you've probably experienced it if you've been in business for more than 5 years, at least once, I would imagine. I got to experience it often. Price shock is when your customer has a different idea of what the price should be than what you actually know the price will be. And this happens a lot. I can't tell you how many times I'd go out and bid a job, and I would just be looking at the project. Maybe it was a room addition. They'd be describing the project, and then they would say, "Hey, a friend of mine got a room addition like this built for $55. You know, obviously I'm exaggerating, but I had a guy one time. He wanted about a 16-foot by 30-foot room addition built on his house, and he was saying that he thinks he could get it done for about $1,600. I am not kidding. And I told the guy, I said, you're way off. I said, now this is after he wasted my time, and I came to his house, and he said, oh, I can't build it. That's fine. I've got my stuff. He's like, well, wait, can I at least get an estimate? And I said, I knew it was going to be a waste of my time. I just threw out a number to the guy and never seen him again. But there are a lot of times that I went out to a job and ran into this. And if you run into it, there's a psychological human behavior kind of factor that comes into play here. And this is what you got to pay attention to. And this is what some salespeople experience, and it motivates them to change their price. So here's what I'm saying. Someone comes up and they say, hey, how much is it to build that room addition? You give them a price, $25,000. And then they go, wow, I was thinking more like $5,000. That's one way of price shock. But you got to watch the people who are trying to manipulate you. And they come in and they tell you, hey, you know, to build this room addition, it's only going to take you about a month. It's only going to can't take you longer than 20 days. And they're telling you what the price is going to be, telling you how long it's going to take. You can't let this influence your bid. And I've seen plenty of people do it. I've even fell for it myself. Went in there to bid a job, you know, someone, you know, maybe for an old lady, you know, and she's, you know, I don't have much money, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, God, I'm working here for free. You know, it's happened to me before. And again, that's why I'm writing the book, sharing these, doing these videos, sharing some of my stories with you, so that you can either avoid them happening or at least relate to them and not let it happen again. Price shock can have a psychological effect on you as the salesperson, you as the contractor. You go to someone's house and you say, hey, it's going to be, you know, they're telling you how much it's going to cost. And then you let this, hey, wait a minute, I want the job. And then you lowball the job, you end up doing the work, and you end up losing money. And you can't let this happen. Do not let someone else's opinion of how much a job is going to cost affect your bid.